Hi, Alan Stratton from As Wood Turns. A couple of months ago, my wife and I took a slump glass class. It was an interesting project, but what was also interesting was out in the front of the lobby they had a Zen tray. It looked about this size, and what was that? And it had a bunch of it had sand in it and balls. And I guess the idea is that you take balls and sand, put a layer of sand in there, and then take these balls and you draw your draw designs in the sand for your Zen therapy. So there's even cookie cutters in here. As I researched, there's all kinds of shapes. I 3D printed these, but in reality I do want to replace most of those with wooden balls eventually. For now, let's turn this tray, 24 segments, 2 rings, DIY glued ply at the bottom of red oak. Let's turn it.
I have a stock of thick red oak veneer left over from a cabinetry project years ago. It should be perfect for a cross-glued base for this large tray. I need 3 plies about 13 inches wide and length about 3 times the width. The first step is to clean up the edges that will be glued together. This fixture is designed to yield a straight edge on solid wood. I think it will also work for this thick veneer, but it probably would not work for very thin veneer. With the edges now cleaned up, I can join the pieces together. First, stretch tape across the joint to pull the edges together, then add another piece of tape down the entire length. To glue them together, bend open the joint and rub a little bit of glue into the joint. Then cut the long pieces into squares. I recruited some help to quickly spread glue on the 3 sheets and sandwich them between parchment paper. Then clamp it into the press and let dry. After it was dry, I disassembled the block, cleaned it up, and left it again in the press while it fully cured. I also put it through the drum sander to clean up the surfaces. Now the veneer base is hot melt glued to a large base plate. A smaller base plate is mounted to the life center for security. Time to trim the perimeter with a bowl gouge. I test it against a 24 segment red oak ring and trim a little more until I like the look. Now for a large mortise that will serve to hold the tray through the entire process. With 3 plies, I want the mortise depth to equal 1 ply, leaving 2 complete plies for the center bottom. Most wood removal is with a box scraper with finishing touches for the dovetail with a skew. Next, sand and apply wipe-on poly to the bottom, except for the rim, which will need to accept glue. Now for the rim ring. It is hot melt glued to another large faceplate while I trim the rim and cut a mortise to accept the bottom. This is touchy turning. I cannot apply very much pressure. Vibration is making me nervous. A beefier template may have helped. Cutting a mortise to fit a tenon is a tough way to go. Much easier to go the opposite way. After gluing the base into the ring and adding one more ring of segmented red oak, I can first address the bottom exterior, mostly with light shear cuts. With that completed, I swapped the large faceplate for a smaller one that fits inside the rim. I still want the assurance that it provides that this tray will not take flight. After sanding, it is time to apply wipe-on poly to all available surfaces. After it dries, I scuff it and apply another coat. Subsequent coats dry quickly since it does not absorb into the wood. This completes the tray portion of my Zen sand tray. It is large enough and just deep enough for a healthy sand base. I'll use 3D printed texture balls for now until I can turn some wood balls to replace them. My Zen therapy cannot wait. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my website as well as on YouTube. My subscription process is more reliable to let you know than YouTube's. Please spread the word by telling your friends about my weekly videos, and I appreciate your comments and questions. Please wear your full face shield whenever the lathe is running. As usual, yes, I'm nagging you, but I hope to save your life or at least your eyesight. Once wood flies, not even Superman can dodge fast enough.